Your real estate professional and marketing entrepreneur. I'm hoping everyone is doing fabulous. We are just getting chimed in here. Good thanks to Windows 11. We had to restart everything, but hey, all is well. So we're gonna go ahead and chime in, make sure we get our Instagram folks on board. Something that we're working on for 2022. But for those, if it is your first time checking in, welcome to State of the Real Estate Market. This is not only a channel that we talk about buying, selling, and investing in real estate, but we also talk about building generational wealth. We also talk about different hot topics for entrepreneurs. So welcome, welcome. If it's your first time, be sure to like, subscribe. If you are on the YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube. If you're on Instagram, I see a couple of waves. Go ahead and wave for me. I greatly appreciate it. But today's topic, we really wanted to talk about preparing your home for sale in 2022. A lot of people are asking, what should I do? I'm thinking about selling my home. Should I sell it in 2022? And then some people are just trying to sell their home on their own. So I can't blame people for trying to sell their home on their own, but I definitely wanted to go over a few things, a couple of takeaways. One, are we still in a seller's market? Two, what allows a home to stay on the market for a long period of time? And then three, we'll give you guys a couple of tips on how to prepare your home just before placing it on the market. So as always, I got a nice little presentation for people on Instagram. I know I won't be able to show this presentation to you live, but I will be reposting it. So be sure to check it out. I'll put it on either one of the reels or the live TV, IGTV, so that you guys can check it out later. So definitely appreciate you hanging in there, but it's going to be some great conversation that you want to chime in on. And let's go ahead and get this started. So you go ahead and get things started from the beginning here. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip this over so that everybody can see this. I think last week I started the presentation and we didn't have everybody on board. Everybody couldn't see it. So I appreciate those who let me know after the fact, but we'll go ahead and share this with everyone so everybody can see this and be on board with it. All right, but there we are. So preparing your home for sale or for the market in 2022. So this is going to be a hot topic, especially for those at the beginning of the year. I know for a fact that a lot of people are going to be asking about this. So one of the key takeaways I want to talk to you guys about, are we still in a seller's market? The answer is yes. So I've been keeping an eye on the market each month. And the reason I'm doing it each month, usually it was like each quarter, and just to kind of give a gauge of what is going on. But with so much activity going on in the market, it's really taking a look at things and looking at the market on a monthly basis. And we are still in a seller's market. And it's not like it was during the summertime, whereas you place a home on the market and within a couple of hours, it was under contract. It's not like that. Instead of a home averaging going under contract in like 3 or 4 days, now you're looking at maybe close to a week. And there's reasons for that. Because one, if you're trying to get a home sold, you want to get its most exposure, because the more people you have interested in the home, the more offers you'll have and more people will be willing to offer more for the property if there's a lot of people very interested in the home. So the answer is yes, we are still in the seller's market, and anything typically less than like 90 days is a hot market. If it's on the market for less than 90 days, it's a hot market. So keep that in mind. We're less than a month, so it's a hot market, trust me. And then we're going to be transitioning. We'll see how things happen as the seasons transition. Typically, as we go towards the spring, summertime, that's when sales and everything typically or traditionally have increased, but we'll see what'll happen. So another thing I want to talk to you guys about is why do properties stay on the market for a long period of time? And the reason being is it's because there's two primary reasons. These are things that I've been coaching. I pretty much agree with them. One being is sellers are not motivated. Sellers not being motivated to sell their properties. And what I mean by that is, if you're motivated, you may have a deadline when you actually need to be out of the home. You're willing to place the property on the market at market value versus some people where they're just like, well, let me just throw it up as high as possible and see what I can get for my home. That's not really a motivated seller. So seller's motivation is one. And the second one is buyers did not see the value in the home. If you have a property that's on the market, and I'm actually dealing with a for sale by owner about this situation, their home is on the market at a significant amount more than what homes have actually sold for. And I want to say the closest home, there's actually a home bigger than theirs that sold, and they want 30,000 more than that home. And that home not only was a little bit bigger, but it also had a lot of luxury finishes like the crown molding throughout the home, the type of flooring. They had more upgraded flooring versus, say, carpet. So they had like luxury vinyl plank and hardwood floors in certain areas where they only had tile floor and carpet. So, it's a little bit of a challenge for you to ask for $30,000 more than what another home that's a little bit bigger than yours that had recently sold for. So if people can't see the value, they're not willing to pay the higher price. So that's what I mean when I say buyers did not see the value in the home. So other items, we're always talking about different things. So wanted to chat to you guys about a couple of tips on how to get your property sold. New technology that's out there. A lot of people, if you're not doing virtual walkthroughs or any type of tour of your property that you're trying to get sold, you're kind of behind the eight ball a little bit. And the reason I say that is because if you can take the time to do those additional videos and so forth, you're going to attract people that are possibly not living in the area and can't see the home. People are buying homes sight unseen. And trust me, they are definitely doing that. The reason being is the more educated ones are doing it in a sense where they're seeing it sight unseen, but they're having a real estate professional go and view the property for them. So with that being said, they have some eyes, but they haven't seen the actual property themselves, but they've seen video and video walkthrough, and they're willing to pay that higher price, especially if they're not from your area. Like for me, I'm in Tampa Bay, and a lot of people from the Northeast and California, when they see these properties for sale, people that have lived in the Tampa Bay area for a little minute, they're like, man, these prices are ridiculous. But for people from the Northeast in California, it's like the cheapest thing that they've ever seen. So that's why I say you do these little extras, because you're going to really attract people that are not, or people that are remote. When you attract people that are remote, they're willing to pay a little bit more because their market is completely different from, say, the Tampa Bay market. So definitely keep that in mind. So do the little virtual tours, professional photography. I keep saying this to everyone. Do your professional photography. It kills me to see the homeowner in the bathroom mirror taking pictures and trying to sell their own home. It kills me. It kills me. All right, another one. You guys know it. Social distancing. We thought it was over with. It is coming back a little bit, hopefully just a little bit. So social distancing, you want to, kind of keep things clean. Just be mindful of it. There's a variant out there, and who knows what's going to happen. So definitely keep that in mind. If you make it easy for people to view the home or view the property, they're going to be less emotionally attached, or less emotion is going to be involved in the decision making. And they're going to be like, hey, this is the home for me, so let's go ahead and make it happen. Cleanliness, and I've mentioned this before, you want to keep the home clean, make sure that it is clean when people do walk through the home, make them feel that it's welcoming. and a lot of people, one of the big suggestions I'm doing to my sellers right now is if they're in a position to be able to move out of the home before I place it on the market, that is a good thing, because that will allow us to get more showings where we don't have to schedule it with the family being there, not being there, the dog being there, not being there, worrying about what you cooked last night, or did you make your bed? Did you leave the toilet seat up? You know, those type of things like that. So if that's a scenario, if you're in a position to be able to move out before your home is sold or goes onto the market, be sure to do that. That is a big advantage, because when people see that, they're like, hey, that home is ready right now. I don't have to worry about when the seller wants to close or anything. If I want to close ASAP in 2 weeks or 7 days, we can do that. So keep that in mind. And then ultimately, and this one probably should have been number one, I always tell people, when you're placing the property onto the market, you want to get what's called a pre-listing home inspection, or get some type of inspection of the home, so that you can have an idea of what the property is doing. Looks like we got another person on Instagram. We got a couple of people. Was it Eagle Kills and 100 NL? Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Appreciate you being there. So the last part I wanted to chat with you guys is about the aspect of the pre-listing home inspection. Make sure you are getting it done. And the reason being is because if you can identify those scenarios before anyone else does, if there's small issues or anything along those lines, you can get those identified ASAP and have them taken care of before any buyer comes and views the home. And the reason being is because when people are making the decision, when people are making a decision to purchase a home, there's a lot of emotion. It's an emotional roller coaster. So if you are taking the time to remove all of the emotions out of the decision making, it's going to help build the buyer's confidence. And this goes for a homeowner, this goes for my investors, this goes for everyone. So especially with my investors, some of them like to cut corners, and I tell them, I'm like, do not cut the corners, because you're going to get someone that's going to come in and they're going to be emotionally attached to this home. And the more emotions that you can take out of the situation and make it a more realistic decision that they're making, you're going to get more money for your home, and they're going to be willing to pay more money for your home, because especially in today's market where there is competition, they're going to be willing to increase their price, especially if they can afford it, increase their price without so much hesitation. It's about building the buyer's confidence. Build the buyer's confidence throughout the whole process. They're going to be more than willing to pay you more than what the house may be valued at or appraised at. And this happens on a regular basis. This market and previous markets, trust me, it does. So people will find that extra cash to purchase their homes. So, but that's what I wanted to chat with you guys about. Definitely appreciate people who are able to chime in. We're not going to go super long with this live, but I definitely wanted to chat with you guys, kind of see what's going on. For those who are thinking about selling their home and they just want to get like a general market update, I do have a website that you guys can go to. It's a free website if you want to just get a report. And this works all over too. So it's not just in my market. I'm in the Tampa Bay market. So it's not just my market. If you go to the website, showmyhomeestimate.com, you enter the address of the property and it will send you a report in like 2 minutes of the demographic information, just a whole bunch of statistics about that whole area. So it gives you a lot of detailed information. Obviously, knowing the updates and everything that's in the property, people don't know that. They don't know what those are. So you got to be, hey, we look like we have somebody else join the group. What's going on? What's going on? Appreciate everybody coming in, waving at everybody. What's going on Instagram? But that's one of the things I tell people. If you guys want to just get a general idea of the market, showmyhomeestimate.com. That's a free website. You go to that, enter the address. It'll give you a report in like 2 minutes, and it gives you a lot of detail. Ultimately, if you can have someone do a comp analysis for you, that would be the ideal route. Have someone maybe view the updates that you've done to the property and maybe truly compare it. That's the ideal route to go. But for those who need an answer ASAP and can't wait, showmyhomeestimate.com is a good website. And then ultimately, if you are in the Tampa Bay area and you are thinking about buying, selling, or even investing in real estate, check me out, realestatewithchrisbrown.com. You can connect with me there. You can send me a message and I'll follow up. We'll do like a virtual appointment. It seems to go a lot faster that way if I do the virtual appointments. Definitely appreciate that with everyone. But with that being said, that is how to prepare your home for the market in 2022. We're going to have a lot more details that'll be coming out in 2022. We got for our investors, we got for our homeowners, we got people who are trying to build generational wealth with real estate, lots going on, looking to connect with a lot of people. So for those who are all on board, be sure to like, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're on the YouTube. For the Instagram, just keep hanging in there. Appreciate you guys chiming in, and look forward to having everybody be involved. Happy holidays to you. Take care. It's Chris Brown, your real estate professional and marketing entrepreneur.